Everybody, welcome to my WandaVision Season 1, Episode 3 talk review. So we had to wait a whole week to get another episode, and let me just say this episode was wacky as shit. So basically what happened in this episode, Wanda is pregnant with babies, and she is progressing very fast in her pregnancy. Vision is like, what the heck is going on? None of this makes sense. And throughout this episode, she basically has her babies, and you see the neighbor's Agnes. You see Vision going to get the doctor, and that she obviously gives birth to her twin boys. What I found very interesting in this episode was Monica Rambeau was there to help Wanda give birth to her babies, and after she gave birth, something weird started going on. Full on spoilers. You already know me. I'm gonna just talk full on spoilers. Wanda was so happy that she finally had her kids. Vision was outside talking to the neighbors, and the neighbors are kind of noticing something is wrong. Something is not making right. And Vision is like, what are you talking about? Sorry if my camera goes a little bit blurry on me. Sorry. He's like, what are you talking about? And they're Agnes and the other guy is like, oh, she's not from around here. She has no husband, no family, no house. And then Vision's like, what's the problem? There's no problem with that. And then Agnes is like, yeah, you sure? She just came out of nowhere, but not realizing she was in I believe the other two episodes or one episode. And things start to unravel pretty quickly. And Wanda was there with Monica Rambeau in the house, talking about her kids. And Monica's like, great, you have twins, blah, blah, blah. And then Wanda triggers something in Monica Rambeau. And she's like, yeah, I had a twin brother. His name is Pedro. And then Monica just kind of freezes like, Pedro? And then she just kind of puts like a dull face, and then all of a sudden she's like, he was killed by Ultron, right? I'm like, whoa, holy crap. I don't think Wanda wanted to hear that at all. No, I think she put that in the back of her mind. She knows Ultron killed her brother, and she had no time for that shit. She's like, what did you say? What did you say? And I was kind of getting anxiety because I was like, holy crap, what the hell is she gonna do? What is Wanda gonna do? Because she had like that evil stare at her, and I was like, holy crap, she's gonna like rip her into two pieces. Obviously, we see the trailers, but all of a sudden, she's disappearing. Vision is understanding some stuff that, hey, things are not right. And then earlier on in the episode, Vision was kind of starting to put two and two together, and then she kind of reversed it or changed it up, which I'm like, I didn't even notice. Like, first thing I'm like, what the heck had just happened? But she reversed the timeline, so it was pretty interesting to see. And then she just kind of like threw her out of their world. She just came flying out of that dome or whatever. Monica Rambeau fell on the floor, and all the sword agents are coming around. But Wanda noticed that she had the sword necklace on, and she's like, what is that? And Monica's like, I don't know what I'm doing here, blah, 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 blah. And then she just kind of gets, like I said, thrown out of the world, and a whole bunch of sword agents come meet up with her. So the last half of that episode got me really excited to see what episode 4 is all about. This episode was just basically all about her pregnancy, and they're expecting their child. And Vision, Wanda's powers was actually going a little cuckoo on her. The oven started boiling, and the washing machine bubbles started pouring out. So it was pretty interesting to see. Now, there was a few Easter eggs I didn't really catch on. Apparently, when Vision was reading the pregnancy book, you can see a silhouette of some evil figure, which I think is Mephisto, so the MCU's version of the devil. Which there was a reference in the other episodes with the toaster. There was a 999, but actually, if you flip it, it's upside down 666, which I'm not a fan of that because hell no, I don't play with that numbers. But yeah, so there's a reference that I think Mephisto will be coming into the MCU eventually. If not in this series, probably 100% Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because whatever Wanda's doing here is going to affect the outer MCU. But for right now, it's just affecting her bubble. So when she's in Westview, she kind of took a whole part of that town and kind of made it her own bubble. See, because when we got outside the bubble, we saw the billboard, and then we saw a whole bunch of houses inside that circle. You could see the portal or the thing, the dome, kind of like flashing back and forth, right? So you can see something is wrong, and she's taking people captive 100%. Before we didn't know that, but we kind of got the figure of it that it was gonna happen. But I highly recommend continuing watching this TV show. If you're new to this WandaVision show, never watched any of the MCU movies, I don't know what the heck you're doing. But if you're wondering, Scarlet Witch's brother, Quicksilver, Pedro, was killed by Ultron in Avengers: Age of Ultron. That's why she made that reference. If you didn't know, so I recommend this episode. It kind of gave me anxiety at the last half or the last 10 minutes of the show because Wanda was kind of coming with her evil face, like in the comics where she's like no more mutants and she went cuckoo. She's starting to go cuckoo on this one because she just had her back towards Vision, and Vision's like, what the hell's going on? And she's like, oh, don't worry, she had to leave, she had to go home in a rush. I'm like, yeah, whatever, you kicked her out of your own world. So I can't wait for episode 4. The characters were great. The actors did a great job. The portrayals, the story did make sense. So this episode did take place in the 70s, so it did fit for that time era. I think the next is 80s, 90s, I think. My only criticism about the show, it's one tiny thing. I think I'm just nitpicking. It's too short. We need an hour. I thought these Marvel shows were going to be an hour, but reality they're going to be half an hour, which kind of sucks. I wish we got an hour like we got in the Netflix shows. But yeah, go watch the WandaVision episode 3. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this episode, and then we'll go from there. See you guys soon.